activity time. Are you ready? Let's do it! Game guide. Students or players simply going to identify. What does it mean, the two given pictures? Every question has only 10 seconds to answer.
Pick the word.
Good day everyone! In this video presentation, we will discuss or we will tackle the subject-verb agreement. But before that, I am going to introduce myself. I am Joanne Cristobal, together with my group mates Donagip Basa and Christine Vizquera.
For our objectives, at the end of the lesson, the learners should be able to: Number 1, describe the common rules for subject-verb agreement. Number 2, identify appropriate and inappropriate subject-verb agreement in their own and others' writing. And number 3, create their own sentences in accordance of the rules correctly, both in written and oral exercises.
We will discuss the different rules and examples of the subject-verb agreement. What is verb? A verb is a word that describes what the subject of a sentence is doing. Verbs can indicate physical or mental actions, occurrences, and states of being. What is the subject? The subject of a sentence is a person or thing doing the action or being described. What is the subject-verb agreement? Subject-verb agreement means that a subject and its verb must be both singular or both plural. A singular subject takes a singular verb. Subject-verb agreement rule number 1. Two or more singular subjects or plural subjects joined by ed and acts as a plural compound subjects and take a plural verb. In this rule, any singular subject that is joined with and is always acts as a plural compound subject and take a plural verb. For example, my classmates and friends enjoyed their vacation. My classmates and friends are plural form. There is plural form. Or and nor joiners work somewhat differently from and, while the word and seems to add things together, or and nor do not. For example, my classmate or friends enjoys his or her vacation. My classmate singular, friend is singular, enjoys is singular. If the individual part of the compound subject are joined by and, always use a plural verb. For example, my classmates and friends are going to my house today. My classmates and friends are plural. are is plural. If the individual part of the compound subject are joined by or nor, use the verb form singular or plural, which will agree with the subject closer to the verb. For example, the boys or girl is going to the party. Girl is singular, is singular. The girl is the closest subject to the verb. Group noun. Some nouns which name groups can be either singular or plural depending upon their meaning in the sentence. Example, the group of actresses signed their new contract. Actresses, plural, there is plural form. Some nouns are regularly plural in form but singular in meaning. For example, measles is one of the most infectious diseases. Measles, singular form, is singular form. Another group of plural form nouns end in ICS. Some words ending in ICS are singular when they refer to principles or fields of study. For example, calisthenics helps to keep our body strong. Calisthenics, singular, helps, singular. Some indefinite pronouns always take singular verbs. For example, either, neither, one, anybody, anyone, everyone, everybody. For example, everyone seems happy on his arrival. Some of the indefinite pronouns always take plural verbs. Example, both, few, many, several, others. And this is the example. Many of the students are excited to meet their new professor. Many is plural. There is plural. Students is also plural. Subject-verb agreement, which are still problematic and confusing, can result from word replacement in sentences. And these are prepositional phrases, clauses beginning with who, that, or which, sentences beginning with here or there, and lastly, questions. Prepositional phrases are a group of words consisting of preposition, its object, and any words that modify the object. Example, by, at, for, in, and on. Example, at the blue car. At, preposition, blue modifier, and the car is the noun. A prepositional phrase can be placed between the subject and the verb. For example, the boy in the blue car looks suspicious. Boy, singular, looks, singular. When a sentence begins with there is, there are, here is, here are, the subject and verb are inverted. For example, there are flights that have been cancelled. Here is the new playlist on my Spotify. Creating questions will cause the subject to follow the verb as well. For example, what is the diagnosis of the patient? What are the diagnoses of the patients? Identifying who, that, which clauses immediately. For example, the man who lives next door works in a fitness gym. She's the barber who cuts my hair.
Subject-verb rule number 3. If the words each, every, no one, or anyone, which are called indefinite pronoun, come before the subject, the verb is singular. First, let us know what indefinite pronoun is. To be precise, we use indefinite pronouns to refer to people or things without saying exactly who or what they are. We use pronouns ending in body or one for people, like nobody, somebody, anybody, no one, everyone, etc. And pronouns ending in thing for things, like everything, something, nothing, anything, and etc.
Let us go back to our subject-verb rule and try it in a sentence. Each of the choreographers is assigned to monitor the dance class. We do not use are as the verb in this sentence because even though the word choreographers is plural, since we use the indefinite pronoun each, which is used to refer to individual things in a group, the verb is singular. Another examples. Everyone is hungry. No one wants to die. In these last two examples, you are probably wondering or asking yourself with, where is the subject? Everyone and no one replaces the subject. And you can do that if you want. But you must be very careful with the context you will use because that is very important. Subject-verb rule number 4. The singular verb form is usually used for units of measurement and time. Example number 1. 2 milliliters of fuel is required to get the car running. So milliliters is singular form and the verb is also singular. 10 hours is a long time to sleep. 3 million pesos is a lot of money. In subject-verb agreement, countable nouns can take both singular and plural verbs, while uncountable nouns take only singular verbs. As you can see in our examples, each countable noun has a count with it, like 2, 3, and 10. That is why we use a singular verb.
Subject-verb rule number 5. When gerund used as a subject of a sentence, they take the singular verb. A gerund is an ing form of a verb that is used as a noun. It is also obtained by adding the ing tag to a verb root. Example: eating bread is an alternative to rice. The verb root is eat plus the gerund. Now we have eating as a singular gerund. However, when they are linked by and, they take the plural form. Example: playing guitar and singing K-drama OST are my new hobbies. Playing is one singular gerund and singing is also one singular gerund. They are linked by and, so we use a plural verb which is are.
Subject-verb rule number 6. Title of books, movies, novels, series, and so on are treated as a singular and take a singular verb. So in this rule, it only takes a singular subject that always takes singular verb. Probably, the title of books, movies, novels, series, and so on are considered to use as the subject for this rule. So here is the example. The Scorpion series is one of the most interesting to watch. So Scorpion is a singular form and is a singular form of verb. Another example, Miracle in Cell movies is indeed wondrous to watch and witness the relationship between the parent and the child. So Miracle in Cell is a singular form and is singular verb. Subject rule number 7. This and that are always singular and these and those are always plural. When we use this and that, the subject must be singular and it takes a singular verb also. So, example, this is the room where we always take a nap after our lunch. So this is a singular form and is a singular verb. Another example, that is my personal chair in every metal work. So that is a singular form and is a singular verb. Moreover, when it comes in these and those, it must take a plural subject and it takes also a plural verb. Example, these are the books of literature to all first-year students. So, this is a plural form and are is a plural verb. And those are the benches at the Department of College of Education. So, those is a plural form and are is a plural verb. That would be all. Thank you.